The story begins one night of Miller's comet's passing. 8 friends reunite for a dinner party at the home of the couple Mike and Lee in California. We see a girl named Emily on her way to the dinner party while talking on her phone with her boyfriend. As she approaches the house, her phone suddenly cuts off and the glass inexplicably shatters out of nowhere. Joining Mike and Lee, she brings up her broken phone. She recalls hearing in the news that the comet passing could have this kind of effect. She learns that Amir is bringing Kevin's ex-girlfriend Lori to the gathering. Another friend Beth is present there and offers her an all-natural remedy to calm her nerves, which includes ketamine. She leaves the bottle in the kitchen and starts to admire a vase. Hugh and Kevin arrive there. Hugh is Beth's husband. Amir and Lori also arrive. Kevin, Emily's boyfriend, invites her to join him on his business trip to Vietnam. However, Emily hesitates and does not give a clear affirmative response. Kevin reminds her that not making a decision is essentially the same as saying no. At the dinner, Lori is also present. She wants to rekindle their relationship and flirts inappropriately with Kevin. At the table, no one is receiving phone coverage and they think it is happening because of the comet. Emily talks about another comet that passed in Finland in 1923 and caused strange things to people, and many people got lost. A lady reported a strange man in her house, later identified as her husband, but she refused to believe it as she had killed her husband last night. Everyone starts talking about their occupations, but all of them seem to have mixed memories. Mike is a lead actor in a serial, which is Lori's favorite, but she refuses to recognize him. Hugh also checks his phone and finds it is cracked. He tells the group that he has to call his physicist brother. His brother asked Hugh to call him if anything strange were to happen during the comet's passings. Suddenly, a power outage occurs. Mike and Lee bring out candles. Mike and Lee also have some different colored glow sticks that they use for light, and the group takes out the blue glow sticks box. Mike goes out and sees that it is very dark, and he has never seen such pitch dark, and he notices that one house up the street still has power. He goes inside and tells others about this. Everyone goes outside to see. Upon returning inside, they discover a broken glass that went unnoticed before, and no one can recall how it got damaged. Hugh decides that he will go to the other house that still has power, and from there, he will contact his brother and ask for help. Amir decides to accompany him. Hugh and Amir go to the other house to ask to use their phone. After they leave, Mike starts the generator, and the power returned to their house. A few minutes later, Hugh and Amir come back. Beth notices that Hugh has a cut on his forehead, and Amir is holding a box. Inside the box, they discover a ping pong paddle and pictures of themselves, including one taken that night, with numbers written on the back. They ask Hugh what he saw, and he tells them that at the other house, he saw a dinner party set for 8 people. The friends come to the realization that the other house with power is an alternative version to theirs. Emily writes down the numbers from the box on a notepad, attempting to discern a pattern, but the group is unable to find one. Hugh decides to leave a note at the other house, and the group starts composing a message for the other house. A man approaches the house, but he quickly leaves. Lori hears a sound from the door and she gets freaked out. Mike opens the door and they find the same note that they have written, asking to use their phone already pinned onto their door. Emily, Kevin, Mike, and Lori decide to go to the other house to see what's happening. While outside, they see no one and no other house. After walking for a while, they see a deep, dark zone. The other house comes into their sight after passing from it. As they approach the house, they encounter what appear to be copies of themselves carrying red glow sticks rather than blue, and both groups flee back to their own homes. Emily's group explains to the others that they met copies of themselves. Hugh and Amir also recall how they also passed from the dark zone as well. Emily wants to know more about this. Hugh goes to his car and gets his brother's notes from a physics lecture that deals with quantum decoherence. Upon reading the notes, they deduce that the comet has generated a split reality, and one of these realities will collapse when the comet completes its passage. The group argues about how to deal with the other house. Mike drinks heavily and hysterically plots to kill their doubles before the doubles can kill them. They consider stealing the physics notes from the other Hugh's car to hinder the other reality from getting the same knowledge as them. Mike talks to Kevin and tells him that he has decided to blackmail the other house's Mike to prevent them from getting the lecture notes. Kevin tries to stop Mike, but he ignores him and leaves. It's revealed that Hugh and Amir are from the house with red glow sticks. As they check their pockets, they have red glow sticks rather than blue that this house opened. They realize that when they went out, they passed from the dark zone and ended up in the wrong house. They take the box with the pictures and the book and return to the other house. Meanwhile, Emily is in the kitchen with Lee and Beth again picks up the vase and asks the same question about it. Emily also realizes that she is in the wrong house. Beth sees Lori kissing Kevin in the hallway. Beth is then wrongly accused of lacing the food with some ketamine that she brought. Outside, they hear a noise and rush out to find that someone has smashed Hugh's car window. They decide to investigate. While outside, Emily goes to her car to retrieve the ring Kevin gave her. As she gets out of the car, she sees Kevin standing there and he asks if Hugh's car is okay. Emily has a sweet conversation with Kevin before realizing that the Kevin she's talking to is from a different reality, and then she goes back inside. Then Hugh and Amir with blue glow sticks return. They explain that they found 2 notes at the other house as well. The group realizes that there are more than just 2 realities, and they seem to switch from one house to another when they go outside and walk through a dark area. The group realizes that they are entering random realities and decides to mark their house randomly. As the marker, they leave a random object and photos of themselves in a box. On the back, they write down the numbers they get from rolling dice. They compare their new numbers to the numbers from the other house's box, which they noted on the notepad earlier. Emily discovers that the numbers written on this notepad aren't the same as the numbers she wrote earlier. When she asks others, she finds that Lee and Beth are the only ones whose memory matches what's written on the notepad because they haven't left the house since they wrote the numbers. Kevin and Lori's memory matches Emily's since they have traveled with her the whole time. Hugh and Amir remember a 3rd set of numbers as they switched realities when they went to the red glow stick house and again when they went to the current house. Mike recalls a 4th set of numbers since he switched realities when he went to blackmail himself. The situation takes a turn for the worse when a blackmail note arrives, exposing an adulterous affair between Mike and Beth that took place 12 years ago. After seeing this, Hugh gets angry and attacks Mike. A fight starts between Mike and Hugh beats Mike badly. Mike mentions that if there's a dark version of their group, maybe it's them. Amidst the chaos, another Mike breaks in to try to kill them and attacks his double before leaving. This frightens Lori, who finds solace in Kevin. Meanwhile, Emily decides to leave the house, navigating through various realities, hoping to find one where the situation is better. She comes across many realities where situations are increasingly dire. In some reality, Kevin and others are tied. In some, Hugh and Mike are fighting, or the group is fighting among themselves. Finally, she stumbles upon a reality where no one seems aware of the split and a happy version of Emily exists. The group is seen enjoying their party and drinking. In this alternate reality, Emily had initially agreed to go to Vietnam with Kevin, and their relationship remained strong. Now determined to replace this version of herself, she orchestrates a plan. Emily enters the house from the back door and takes the ketamine from there. She then destroys Hugh's car window to draw the group outside. While outside this reality, Emily goes to her car to retrieve the ring, but then she is ambushed by her double with ketamine. As Miller's comet breaks apart overhead, she takes her double's place in this seemingly idyllic reality. When she goes inside, Lee asks where she has been, and she lies that she was admiring the comet. Her double manages to crawl back inside, forcing Emily to subdue her once again, this time in a bathtub. After defeating her double, she takes the ring from her fallen counterpart, having lost her own in the altercation. Returning to the living room, she faints. Upon waking the next morning in daylight on the sofa, she cannot find her double, and everything seems normal with the rest of the party being none the wiser. Az goes outside and sees Hugh's car's window is broken, but the physics book is still inside. She encounters Kevin. Kevin hands her the ring he found in the bathroom. His cell phone rings, and curiously, the call is from Emily's number. Emily looks at the 2 rings as Kevin answers the phone and listens to the caller. He stares at her with suspicion. The movie ends here.